Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to jump in on this video. I'm going to be talking about the second trimester must-haves. And if you guys don't know, I am already in the third trimester. I'm actually 37 weeks tomorrow. So really close to having my baby. And second trimester is definitely over. So I wanted to kind of do a recap of what I experienced in second trimester and all the things that I feel like are must-haves during the second trimester. So hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. All right, so as far as my experience in second trimester, I feel like second trimester was the absolute easiest of all the trimesters. And I had been hearing that before I got into the second trimester, that once I got through like the nausea and the vomiting, because I did experience a lot of nausea and a lot of vomiting during my first trimester, people told me like once that ends, second trimester is gonna be an absolute breeze. And I kind of like didn't know what to expect with that, because I was like, I'm pregnant, how can pregnancy be a breeze? Like, I'm vomiting all the time, like it just doesn't seem like that's possible compared to like my current state. But as soon as like I hit second trimester, maybe a week into second trimester, I was still vomiting, still nauseous or whatever, but after that week I was completely done. Like no nausea, no vomiting, no anything, and it absolutely was like a breeze. Second trimester for me was honestly an absolute breeze. And like I said, I didn't experience nausea anymore, I didn't experience vomiting anymore, I didn't experience heartburn. I maybe had it once my entire trimester, so I was very like lucky and blessed to not have heartburn. I just like felt absolutely great. I wasn't as tired as I usually was. There were of course some days that I was more tired than others, but for the most part I had like lots of energy. I was still working out and exercising. I was starting to feel her kick more, and I was starting to feel just like all of these new changes in my body that were just like super amazing. And I feel like in the second trimester you look your best too, because first trimester you don't look pregnant, for me at least. Like I didn't look pregnant. I really just looked like I had a pudge of like, if I wore something tight, it was like barely there, and I'm like, I swear I'm pregnant, I'm not just pudgy. You know, and so it just like was this kind of like awkward, are you pregnant, are you not pregnant, I can't tell type thing. Second trimester was still kind of, at least for me, like this, are you pregnant, I'm not sure. There's clearly getting a bump there, so you can kind of tell, especially if I wore something tight. If I wore something loose, you couldn't tell that I was pregnant, but if I wore something tight, you could like start to tell there was an actual bump there. And really not until the end of second trimester were people like, you popped, like you totally popped. I just like one day went from you couldn't tell to the next day like you can clearly tell she's pregnant. Like I really popped in the end of the second trimester. So, but you look your best, I think, because you get to show off your bump, you get to like wear tight fitting things that show off the curve, and you just like feel like I look good. I look good, I look pregnant, I am hot, basically. So I feel like second trimester was just like absolutely amazing, because I wasn't sick, was feeling energized, looked good in the things that I was wearing, could still wear a lot, if not most, all of my regular clothes. They just kind of like accentuated my bump more, or just like looked normal and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, that was my experience with second trimester. So hopefully that's yours too. Hopefully it is a breeze. It's probably the easiest, because now that I'm in third, it's a completely different story, which I will update you guys on in another video. But second trimester and third trimester are completely different. But I will say second trimester, definitely my favorite. So anyways, now we will move on to the must-haves in second trimester. All right, so the very first thing that I personally think that you'll need is a pregnancy pillow. And I mentioned this in my first trimester update, that really in the first trimester you should be getting a pregnancy pillow, but you technically don't have to in the first trimester. The first trimester I suggested getting one because you should get used to having a pillow and having to lay on your side during pregnancy, because like me, I'm a stomach sleeper, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy for me to sleep on my side. So in my first trimester I decided I'm gonna like practice. I don't need a pregnancy pillow right now, but I'm gonna practice you know, get used to sleeping on my side, you know, stuff like that, and just kind of like learn to adjust my body to sleeping on my side. And so first trimester was super helpful to do that. If you don't want to practice sleeping on your side, if you're already a side sleeper, you probably don't need one in the first trimester, but you definitely are going to need one in the second trimester. Second trimester, probably not at the beginning, but more towards the middle and the end, are you going to start feeling like uncomfortable with laying on your stomach, uncomfortable with laying on your back, because you're technically not supposed to lay on your back when you're pregnant, because there's a vein that runs down the back of your spine, I believe, and if you lay on your back, the pressure of the placenta, I think, I'm just saying all these big words and I'm not sure if this is correct, but I'm pretty sure it is. The pressure of like the placenta and the baby will press on the vein, and it will leave shortage of blood going to the baby, but also it can, because there's a shortage of blood, can cause you to have lower back pain and be pressing on your sciatic nerve and give you like lower back pain and stuff like that. So hopefully that all made sense. I think it does. Anyways, you're not supposed to sleep on your back. If you do, not a big deal, but you're not supposed to. So they want you to sleep on your side. So second trimester, that's super important, and it's really, really comfortable. My husband, always in the middle of the night, like I'll be sleeping on one side of the pillow, and when I flip to go to the other side, he has taken that side, like pulled it towards him so that he could put it in the middle of his legs. And I'm like, this is not your pillow. So I'll kind of like steal it back in the middle of the night when I want to switch to that side, but usually I'll let him have it if I'm on the other side. Anyways, I will have the one that I use linked in the description if you guys want to use that one. But I really, really love it. I love the U-shaped ones. I've heard people use the C-shaped ones. With the C-shape, you can't shift from one side to the other. You would have to bring your pillow all the way to the other side or get extra pillows. So the U-shaped one I think is the best option. But anyways, that is definitely a must for second trimester and then leading into the rest of your pregnancy. All right, so the next must-have, I think for second trimester, and really more so third trimester, but at least start looking at some, start, you know, preparing that you're gonna have to spend money on a bra. And I would suggest not getting a bigger bra, not getting a maternity bra or whatever other bras there are. I would suggest getting nursing bras. And the nursing bras, this one's a hand-me-down that I got, but I still use it because it's amazing. And it's not a pretty color, but it's this blue color. And they actually look like sports bras. So this is what it looks like. And the nursing bra, you can tell it looks like this. So it clips and detaches. Hold on, somehow, there we go. So basically like the bra, and then you open it to like nurse. The first time I wore one of these, I actually didn't know that it unclipped, and so I thought I was wearing a normal bra, and then it unclipped and I was like, ah, my boob, what the heck just happened? Oh, this is a nursing bra. So just know that it clips on and off. And I would suggest getting nursing bras because you're gonna have to get nursing bras anyway. And nursing bras, like sports bras, are really supportive, and they don't have any wires, so you don't have to worry about like hurting from the wires. They're just like mostly just cloth made. And so you don't wanna just get a maternity bra and then you're not gonna be pregnant anymore, and then you're gonna have to get a nursing bra. So just get a few nursing bras for yourself, because nursing bras you're gonna be able to wear. Your boobs are growing, they're gonna be able to support your growing boobs because they're nursing bras, and so they're supporting the growth. And then you can use them after you have your baby for nursing. So that's something that I would suggest looking into in the second trimester, if not getting some already, because your boobs are gonna be growing in the second trimester and you might as well be comfortable. All right, so the next thing that I would say is a must-have are T-shirt dresses, or like bodycon dresses. These were lifesavers for me, especially because I was getting bigger in the second trimester and I didn't want to wear pants. Like second trimester was the most awkward for pants because I couldn't wear regular jeans, or I could, but I had to do like hair tie trick where you like put one on one end, like loop it through and stuff like that. So I would avoid pants, and then I was too small to wear the ones that like go over your belly because I was too small. The thing would like go so high and I was like, this is terrible. Plus it's summer, so I don't want to be so hot. So I just wore a lot of t-shirt dresses, wore a lot of dresses in general, and I would suggest not getting maternity dresses unless your second trimester is in the spring, and then you can wear the dresses into the summer. But for me, I was pregnant second trimester summer, now I'm third trimester winter. So for me, I couldn't wear those dresses for a long time. So I didn't want to get maternity. I just got regular summer dresses that I could wear for the summer, and then buying winter clothes in the winter. So depending on like what your seasons are, where you're located, stuff like that, just think through if you should get maternity dresses or if you should just get regular cute dresses that can also fit your bump. Things that are flowy, things that are like t-shirt dresses that are fit to your body, things like that. I would also recommend for comfort, and then also to show off your cute little bump. All right, so the next thing that I would get for the second trimester are cute pajamas. And this one seems like you would never think about this. You would never think about cute pajamas or just pajamas in general during the second trimester. But it's actually very, very important that you get some elastic, cute fitting pajamas. And this is because you're getting bigger and the clothes that you usually wear are not gonna fit you. And this was somehow a shock to me that my pajamas weren't fitting anymore, that my t-shirts that I would wear at night were no longer loose. They were actually sticking to my body. Sometimes, even now, especially now, I'll wear a t-shirt to bed thinking in my brain, this is a loose fitting t-shirt, of course it's gonna fit me. And it basically just like cuts off at the top of my belly button, and I look like a hillbilly because the rest of my belly is showing. And I'm like, this used to be so loose on me. How is this happening? But you're getting bigger, your body tricks you into thinking that you are just normal, and it's just a crazy change. So having pajamas that aren't like hurting you because they're like digging into your skin from like the waistband, having loose fitting tops that you can easily feel good in at night and you're not feeling like it's just like sticking to you and stuff like that is going to be really, really important. And I would suggest staying away from top and bottom sets, just because the bigger you get, the waistband might start hurting and digging in. And also for me, I gather a lot of my fat in my hips and in my butt. And so 99% of my pajamas won't even fit, like are like suctioned to my butt cheeks. They're just like so tight, and I can still wear them, but it just, I'd rather not. So what I would suggest is getting a nightgown. And I actually got this nightgown from Pink Blush just recently. And it looks like this. So it has some like really cute lace at the top, and then it's just super flowy. Just looks like a t-shirt, basically. And so having things that you can just throw over and just feel comfortable in, I think is gonna be the best option in the second trimester, and especially leading into the third trimester. It's gonna be the most comfortable for you and stuff like that. So I'll have this one linked in the description, and then also a few others that I have from like Amazon and stuff. But yeah, so finding pajamas that are gonna be comfortable for you, I think is also extremely important. All right, another must-have I would suggest is KT tape, and it's actually kinesiology tape, or you can find some specifically for pregnancy, but there's not many specifically for pregnancy, so most people just get kinesiology tape. So basically what this is it supports the muscles and the ligaments in your body. And again, this is more so for the end of the second trimester and leading into the third trimester. I really didn't need it in the second trimester because I was still pretty small throughout my second trimester. But for some people who have a bigger baby, maybe this is their second or third child, you know, things like that, to where they are getting bigger and having a lot of pressure. Or if your baby is lower, then this can also be really helpful, because when your baby is lower or you have a lot of pressure on your pelvic area, you can get round ligament pain, you can get lightning crotch, which I've experienced lightning crotch many times. If you don't know what lightning crotch is, I won't go into detail. I'll have a link that you can learn more about lightning crotch, but it's pretty painful for like 2 seconds, and it's because of like a nerve goes from your stomach to your lady area, and it just sends like a lightning shock basically, and it hurts anyways. So all of these things can cause pain in your pelvic area. Again, if you're bigger, this is your second or third pregnancy, or your baby is low, these can happen mostly in the 3rd trimester, but can start happening in the 2nd trimester. So to combat this, you would wear kinesiology tape. And I'll show you what mine looks like. Oh wait, I can't because I'm wearing a romper. I forgot. Let me take off my romper real quick. Okay, so if you can see, kind of, also, here's what my belly looks like. You can see I'm wearing kinesiology tape across. I can't really turn in this chair. It goes all the way across, and then there's another one that's a little bit lower that's like this. So basically what it does, if you have round ligament pain or lightning crotch, or your baby is sitting lower, stuff like that, what the tape does is it kind of like pulls your belly from being so low and it lifts it up a little bit. And don't ask me the science behind kinesiology tape. It's like magical. I know how it works, but I could not explain it to you. So again, I will leave a link for kinesiology tape so you could do more research on it. But it like lifts your muscles so there's not so much pressure on your muscle, if that makes sense. So I have it on my stomach. I also have it on my back. I put it straight up and down on my back and across the bottom for any lower back and sciatic pain. You can also use it on your knees. You can use it for swollen ankles. You can use it for just a variety of things, but investing in it in the 2nd trimester, testing it out, if you have lower back pain, a baby sitting low, would be really helpful. So you're not just having to endure that pain for no reason. So getting some of that is really helpful. I've tried 3 brands, 1 from Walmart, 2 from Amazon, which I will have all of them linked. This current one that I'm using is from Amazon, and I can't remember the brand of it, but it comes in a pack of 4, so you'll see it whenever I link it. It comes in a pack of 4, and it is the most sticky tape that I've used. The other ones have peeled off within like 2 or 3 days. Also, side note, you can use these for 5 days straight. You can wear them in the shower, all the things. But anyways, so this one is the most sticky. However, when you take it off, it can be very painful because it's so sticky. So there's like pros and cons to each of them. So just test them out, see what works best for you, and stuff like that. But kinesiology tape is something that I would highly, highly recommend. If you're feeling super weighted, again, if you're having that pain down in your pelvic area, to just lift your stomach up. Another thing you can use for support of your belly are support tanks, and you can get them from a company called Blanky, I think it's called, how you pronounce it. They have support leggings, they have support tank tops, they have tons of support for pregnancy and postpartum. So if you're interested in, you know, helping your body be more supported, then I would recommend both the kinesiology tape, the support apparel, and then some people also during the 3rd trimester use a support belt. But because this is a 2nd trimester video, you probably don't need to worry about a support belt. I'm in the 3rd trimester. I haven't worn a support belt, so I would just start with the kinesiology tape if you need some kind of just extra lift to your body. All right, so next thing that I would suggest are some good pair of leggings. And what I mean by good pair of leggings are leggings that are either maternity or leggings that have a thick band to them at the very top. For me, leggings worked pretty well. Just regular leggings worked pretty well for all of my 1st trimester and most of my 2nd trimester, but it started to hurt more towards the end of my 2nd trimester, because when you don't have that thick support band in regular leggings and it's just like this thin support band, or it just goes all the way up to the seam, it like digs into your stomach and it can really hurt your bladder, and it can just feel like it's digging into your skin, and it can leave like a ring and a line, and you don't really want that for your body. So investing in maternity leggings or just getting leggings with a thick band will probably be helpful until the 3rd trimester or until you give birth. So those are the 2 things I would recommend for good leggings: support band or maternity. Because trust me, you're only going to want to wear leggings all the time, and when your leggings hurt you, it sucks, because most of my leggings hurt me right now. I only have 2 pair of leggings that don't hurt me. When they're dirty, I'm like, ah! All right, second to the last thing I would recommend is this company called Liquid IV. And Liquid IV I had never heard of before, ever, and then all of a sudden they had reached out to me and they were like, hey, would you like to try our product? And I was like, sure, why not? After doing some research, of course, and I got some and I tried it, and I was like, this is the best stuff ever. And I had posted on Instagram, and so many of you guys knew what Liquid IV was, have been loving it, have been using it, and I was just like, this is a game changer. Basically what Liquid IV, if you don't know, is it's a powder, a clear powder, so it has no artificial coloring in it, that helps with dehydration. And it does this by this like scientific way of like with water, I think it was like saying on their website where with water it has to go through all of these different paths to help you be hydrated, but with Liquid IV it like cuts straight to where you're hydrated quicker than just drinking water. And of course you should still be drinking regular water, but Liquid IV you can use a few times throughout the day to boost your hydration. And for pregnant women, you're supposed to be drinking a gallon of water a day. This is impossible. Impossible. It is literally impossible to drink a gallon a day. Not really, it's not really impossible, but it feels like it for me because drinking water is just so hard sometimes, and especially drinking a gallon. And so for me, like being able to use Liquid IV and put it in a water bottle and drink the water and it tastes good was really helpful to getting like the water that I need and to be hydrated without having to drink so much water. Of course, I should still be drinking a lot of water. You should still be drinking a lot of water, but it is helpful on days that you're just like, no way am I gonna get to a gallon. I feel dehydrated, I'm getting headaches, stuff like that. Having a Liquid IV is so amazing. So definitely look into it if you have never heard of it, and give it a try. I'm pretty sure they have a Black Friday deal going on where you can get 25% off your purchase and then also free shipping. And then I worked with them a while back and I'm pretty sure my coupon code still works, which is 20% off. So you can either get the 20% off, or if you haven't signed up with their email list, you can get 25% off. So yeah, super good deal to try them out. But yeah, I would really suggest Liquid IV if you struggle with drinking a whole bunch of water and getting headaches and you were really wanting to stay hydrated. So yeah. All right, so the last thing that I would say is super important in the second trimester is having an exercise routine or a yoga routine or some sort of strengthening your body routine. I say this because like exercising for me has been super beneficial in keeping my body strong, keeping my body healthy, having good blood flow, because when you exercise you have good blood flow, having energy. Did I already say that? I don't even remember. Pregnancy brain over here. Exercise does not help with pregnancy brain, I will tell you that. And it just like helps with a lot of different things. It helps with keeping your pelvic floor strong, so you got to do those Kegels, ladies, to keep your pelvic floor strong. And just having a routine can allow you to have more energy, allow you to have more endurance for whenever you do give birth. Even if it's not like this hardcore routine, which it definitely shouldn't be, some kind of routine is important, whether it's walking once a day or going to the gym and doing cardio plus a few strengthening things. Why did I forget the word? Dumbbell exercises, machine exercises, things like that. Or if it's yoga and just strengthening your body in that way, learning to breathe, getting flexible in certain areas. I can still touch my toes. Most people can't touch their toes in the third trimester. I could touch my toes. Is it hard? Yes. So I try not to do it, but I can still do it. So doing just like yoga and exercising and things can really help you and be beneficial throughout to your pregnancy. But establishing it in the second trimester is probably going to be the best because you're done with the vomiting, you're done with the sickness. Second trimester, you feel a lot better, you have more energy. Hopefully you are not still vomiting. You have more energy, things like that. Because you're strengthening and building up endurance, you can start also doing that into the third trimester, where you're starting to get more tired again, you're starting to feel heavier and just like all those things. So if you establish it in the second, you can really push it into the third also. So yeah, those are all the things that I feel like are must-haves, must-dos, things that are important to know in the second trimester. Hopefully those are helpful. If you guys have any more tips for other people, things that you tried, things that you're like, I needed this, had to have this, leave them down below. Also, one of the things I did forget, two things I forgot actually. One, belly butter, getting a belly butter because you're going to be getting rounder in the second trimester. Having a belly butter to start off with in the first is better, but if you don't have one, getting one in the second. Second thing, getting Tums. I didn't experience heartburn, but if you're experiencing heartburn, even just a little bit, having Tums on hand is going to be super beneficial, because the one time that I had it, or like the few times that I've had it, I was like, give me all the Tums. This is the worst. And I actually choose, anytime I get Tums, the smoothie flavor, which is so good. I just love it. And actually bad because I want to eat it like candy. It's not candy. Have to remember, not candy. But anyways, having that on hand is going to be really, really good. So those are the two things. If you tried anything else, or you're like, second trimester is super important, leave them in the comments for other people to see. And hopefully you guys are having an amazing pregnancy, an amazing second trimester, an amazing first trimester or third trimester if you're in that. And just want to say I'm so excited for all of your babies. Thank you guys for following me on this journey of having a baby. It's just so surreal and amazing and beautiful. And leave the due date of when you're having your baby in the comments. I would love to see and just be praying over all the babies, and just excited for this new journey for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.